When we're simplifying surds through division, we often will need to break those surds up into their little parts and simplify the surds themselves. So to begin with, on the top I have a 4 which will cancel from the 2 on the bottom, so dividing by 2 on the top and the bottom gives me a 2 on the top and then a 1 on the bottom. So on the top line I get 2 times root 12 can be broken into root 4 times root 3, and then on the bottom I just have a root 2. Now the square root of 4 is 2, so on the top line I get 2 times 2 gives me 4 times root 3 gives me 4 root 3, and then on the bottom I still have that root 2. Now sometimes it might be enough to stop at that point, but in the back of the book they've rationalised, so remember to rationalise a fraction. We multiply by the denominator over the denominator, just the irrational part of the denominator. So now I have 4 root 3 times root 2 gives me 4 root 6, and root 2 times root 2 gives me 2. So again I can cancel on the top and the bottom, and my final answer will be 2 root 6. We'll look at another similar one. So number 8, 3 root 15 over root 10. So I'm going to first of all cancel down these rational parts. Dividing by a 3 on the top and the bottom will give me a 1 on the top and a 2 on the bottom. Now on the top line I have root 5 times root 3, and then on the bottom I have 2 times root 5 times root 2. Now we should be able to see now that I have a root 5 on the top. That will cancel with the root 5 on the bottom, or vice versa. Bottom cancels with top. And tidying it up I get root 3 over 2 root 2. Again I need to rationalise that, so I multiply by a root 2 on the top and a root 2 on the bottom. Root 3 times root 2 gives me root 6 on the top. And then on the bottom I have 2 times 2, because root 2 times root 2 gives me 2. So 2 times 2 gives me 4, and that's my final answer for that one. Question 14. Most of you I think will find this is simpler than it looks. When we have a surd squared, we cancel the radical with the squared and we're just left with what's under the radical sign. So that's the quick way to do it. If you don't understand the steps in that, feel free to ask me and I can explain that. So I hope that stuff's helpful.